What's good with you, cool? What up, Steve?
What's up, big dog?
How you living, dog?
Yeah, bless.
Yes, sir. We got the guys hopping in already. Marin here and cool.
Hey,
Ben
hey,
Hub.
what's up, guys? What's up now?
Big Levi was good, player. Hey, y'all better watch out for Levi. I'm telling y'all. What's
He's
up,
solid.
Rahul?
He's solid,
Yep. Nah, man, what's been good with you this week, bro?
man. Busy, man. Birthday coming up as well too, man. I ain't
Yeah,
supposed to travel. I'm trying not to travel, but you gotta
yeah.
celebrate.
Nah, I feel you, bro. I forgot you February birthday.
Very best month, best month.
Yeah,
Best.
man. Nah, so yeah, what's new with you as far as just training, what you got going on, and kind of some topics you hitting on tonight.
Consistency, man. Consistency. As far as the topic for tonight, man, let's go ahead and get in it. So the big game is this
Yeah,
week.
Super Bowl Sunday coming up. Go ahead and drop who y'all think gonna win. I ain't gonna say who I think gonna win, but definitely wanted to hit on who we think is the best receiver in that game, or who we think's gonna have the biggest impact just based on past performance, and just kind of trajectory. So I'll let you kind of pop off with your opinion, kind of who you think is the impact receiver on both sides, kind of that's gonna impact the game the most.
Uh, Man, definitely shout out to the 615 guys that are actually in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Jalen Van, I know a coach, Carter Crutchfield, play football with him. There's a lot of 615 guys out
yeah,
there. Um, Man, you saying the most impactful wide receiver I think will be?
yep.
It's hard to say.
If you had to pick one,
If I had to pick one, you got to go with who's been the most consistent this year, bro.
yeah, which is
Cup, Cup.
Cooper
I
Cup. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I respect this game. I love this game. I
yeah.
love his game, especially what he's been doing these last years.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna give you some scenarios though.
Yeah,
Jalen and Chase, that's gonna be cool. Um,
yeah. That's gonna be a matchup for sure.
I think Jalen just because he's longer. Well, he only like 2.
Yeah.
I think he's a veteran DB.
Hmm.
He should have the best of that. He should,
Should have
depending.
yeah. Should have the advantage.
Yeah, depending on
Sure.
how they scheme.
Yeah,
Up. You know
yeah.
who
But I'm about to say, yeah. Get into why you think Cooper Cup is the guy.
Man, look, obviously, I know you watch him.
Hmm.
If you really put the tape on him, like he's great, man. He knows when to get open. He knows what spots to get into, and then gets that ball. He's getting yacked. He's just in rhythm right now.
Yeah.
He's just in rhythm, and nobody's can that number right now. I say him, but I also say that OBJ might have a breakout game too.
Hey, don't sleep on OBJ.
I feel like he it's gonna be either Cooper Cup, Chase, or
Nah,
Odell.
you can't go either. You gotta stand on
I'm going Cup. I'm going with results. I'm staying like a
it. Yeah.
coach, like what's been working all year. Cup. He's
Nah,
the
for sure.
number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
Point blank period. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going Cup. But the other two guys can be, that's a wild card. It can go either which way. So,
Yeah.
what about yourself? Who you feel
Yeah.
like?
So, for me, I'm going off of just all right, who's had the biggest impact in the playoffs. Because that's what counts. That's kind of what's gotten both of those teams to that point. Um, so for me, it's tough, man. Like you said, we got Cooper Cup, we got OBJ, we got Jamar Chase, we got T. Higgins, Van Jefferson, all these guys that are great athletes, great wideouts in my opinion.
Right.
Um, if I had to pick, that's gonna have the biggest impact, or I think that just based on even if they don't play well, like it's gonna have a big impact. I think it's Chase, and simply
Chase?
because, yep, simply because I mean he's he's been putting up numbers his whole playoffs. And we saw him versus Titans. We saw him versus Chiefs. He's just been consistent, and as a rookie, like making noise already in the playoffs, like that's big. And he's got a big challenge coming up versus Ramsey. Probably gonna be shadowing him and following him. But I think as that connection goes with Burrow to Chase, as that connection goes, like the Bengals go,
Yeah.
and if the Rams can limit it, like they got a better chance of bringing home a win. So I'm going with Chase, but there's definitely some other guys that like you said that's gonna have big impacts as well. But if I had to pick one, that's what I'm picking. So
I mean, that's not a bad pick. Like, and then again, it's just like Boyd. Like,
yeah,
it's just like it depends on schemes because it's just like everybody know like
yep.
everybody's. So I'm second or the third
It's
guy's.
money time now. Yep.
So and
Yeah.
I feel like Chase he put 100 yards on this game. I won't say nothing about him. I won't say
And
nothing about him.
that's my thing. Like if he puts up 100 yards, like I
Right.
think they win. I
Yeah.
think they win. Like
Yeah.
because if he's not getting slowed down, which I think Ramsey will slow him down. But if they can get him on different guys, if they can put him in motion, like I think the Packers did that with Devontae. He's the best receiver in the game. Like putting him in motion away from Ramsey and,
AJ.
and and exploiting that. So it's like I'm sure,
Yeah.
the coaching staff for the Bengals have got something schemed up to get him the ball. And if he doesn't get the ball, like if he's getting a little bracketed or a little special attention, which he won't with Ramsey, but who knows? They might have a little special attention for him. T. Higgins, like.
Yeah.
He could have a big day. So
He's come along. I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie. I like that in the regular season. This
yeah,
postseason, he like, look, man,
yeah,
they on his team. Like,
for sure. So yeah, that's my take on that. So kind of shifting to and just getting into just kind of some more just skill set things and thinking about, all right, like what is kind of your take on just route running philosophy, route running 101? Just you had a quick spill on that for the
yeah,
people on.
yeah. One thing I want to talk about, give some free game real quick to the up and coming wide receivers is just any wide receivers, period, levels. And something that once we get into the summer program, Rubyn, that I'm definitely going to go back to preaching to is stem,
Mm-hmm.
stemming off the ball to make it easier. We was at practice when we had our not this previous practice we had
Yeah,
with I can't even think our 7-on-7 team.
7-on-7. Yeah,
I was like, guys, to get back to preaching it to the guys and just stem, make your life easier. So,
yeah.
yeah, that's one thing I want to talk about stemming and what's the stemming. So, what's your perspective when it comes to stemming? Why you should do it or why you shouldn't do it? Like just a quick overview.
Yeah, so I mean, for those of you who don't know what stemming is, it's pretty much figuring out, leverage wise, kind of where you need to go off the ball initially to kind of gain that leverage on a defensive back, on a safety or a corner, whether he's pressed, whether he's 5 yards off, whether he's 10 yards off. So, for example, if I'm running a 10-yard dig and the corner is playing inside shade on me, I'm trying to stem to that inside shoulder if he's playing off to kind of get that leverage where he's kind of, head up on me and doesn't have inside leverage anymore. So I'm taking away the leverage. And then once I make my break point, I can be in a ball you man relationship, meaning ball's in front, I'm in between, and then the man's behind me. So that's one example where leverage should come into play. And then if you get even more advanced, like using leverage to go opposite. So they think you stemming inside, they think you breaking inside, and now you break outside. So there's different ways you can kind of mess with it. But that's kind of my short synopsis on that.
Yeah. So basically, in short, what you're trying to say is getting separation. So that's what it comes
Yep,
down to.
that's
And
it.
like we went over the points last week. If y'all didn't look, I don't know if you put it up yet. I'm definitely put up the last week
Yeah,
live.
I don't think it's up yet.
Yeah, we'll put it up. We'll
Yeah,
put it up. Gotta get separation. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's why I want to really preach the STEM. I'm really gonna preach the STEM super hard once we get back cracking this summer.
for sure.
So that's one free game we can give to
Yeah,
those watchers.
nah, for sure. Yeah, for me, kind of how or just one thing that I would want to, share with y'all is kind of just my philosophy on route running, and something that I learned very young playing the position. Number one is making every route look the same. And how you do that is getting off the ball, no matter if it's a run, pass, whether you're running a hitch, a go ball, post, corner, whatever, is that number one thing. Like, I'm selling vertical. Like, I'm making that DB think I'm blowing past them. And once you kind of got that base, it's like whatever route you run, DB can't tell. He don't know what's coming because you're firing off the ball. You're closing cushion, and kind of setting yourself up to win the route. So that's number one. Number two is just being violent with my hips and my feet when it comes to the break point or transition. So whether I'm breaking down in a curl, whether I'm speed breaking, whether I'm putting my foot in the ground on a post or a corner, being violent with my hips, and really putting my foot in the ground and separate, like you said, separation, and not so much like stomping the ground, but I'm pushing. I'm using the ground to push and get out. So really, I'm full speed sprint to deceleration to trying to get back to full speed again, whether I'm going left, right, diagonal, backwards, whatever. And then the last thing is just keeping that energy through the catch point. So, not popping up out the break or popping up out my post break. I'm keeping my full steam ahead, pad levels down. I'm driving out of the break point. And I think you put all three of those together, like that's really what route running is in a nutshell. It's not really complicated. It's simple, but it's just stuff that people overlook. And you want to do all this fancy stuff and make it look cute and all that. But it's like, really, if you can do those three things and master that, like, everything else will come. So
we can talk about that all day. But
yeah.
we ain't gonna go there, boss. But yeah,
Yeah.
great. Another reason behind that is if you want to be able to get out your cuts, with power and being efficient, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the facts. Great stuff, man. And give us another story or something that you can give them a story about your experience that that'll help these wideouts. Give them some game.
No, for sure. So I think one thing that a lot of wideouts overlook and don't think about, and this is thinking more so like once you get to the college level, but it can apply in the high school level as well, especially if you're up and coming, trying to, kind of get in the mix, trying to get in the rotation. One of the things that helped me in college when I first got to college as a freshman was special teams. So I didn't do any special teams in high school. Like, I mean, I caught punts every now and then, caught kicks, but I wasn't a starter in that realm. But I knew how to do it. So going to college, you coming in as a new guy, day one, nobody know you. You got to start over. You got to establish yourself. There's guys in front of you. So my thing was, all right, how can I get on the field as fast as possible, wherever? Like, I don't care where it's at.
Yeah.
And then two, how can I show these coaches? How can I show my teammates that I belong and that I can contribute right now? So I came in. Remember the first meeting, it was special teams meeting, and they were like, calling out, all right, punt teams, like who can be a gunner, who can be who can be a blocker or whatever.
Yeah.
Punt return, who can be a island guy out there, who can be a personal protector, kick return, kick off, all that, going through all that stuff. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, like, what's my skill set? How can I kind of break through this mode as fast as possible? So they called for punt return. They said, who can return punts? And I looked around, like, nobody raised their hand. I'm like,
got it.
I'll do it. I'll do it. And like, this is me. Like, I haven't returned punts since like middle school, for real. I returned kicks a little bit in high school, but like punts, I was like, I ain't doing that. But I raised my hand for it. And then first practice to get out there, returning punts, some of the older guys, and then we get to the first game eventually. And as as time's going, I'm kind of breaking into the receiver rotation as well. I'm close to third string, close to second if they throw me over on the other side. So I'm kind of establishing myself, kind of getting reps, making some noise, and then I'm from the first game, bro. I'm sitting there thinking like I'm probably not gonna play, like I'm gonna stay ready, but probably not gonna play. And then sure enough, second quarter, one of the older guys that was a return at the time, played receiver too. He was like, "Hey, bro, you want to get this kick for me?" I'm kind of gassed.
Say
I'm like,
less.
"For real?" I'm like, all right, bet. And then from that point on, bro, it was a wrap. Like, the rest of my freshman year, I returned punts.
Yeah.
Kind of made a name for myself, and then going to sophomore year, I already had that track record. They trusted me. I'm returning punts. That's one of the most important things that you can do. Not even just as far as just having speed and being able to make something happen, but just being able to secure the catch, field position, not letting the ball bounce 20 yards,
If
being
not
able
even,
to yeah, being able to know when to call for a catch and just get the ball back for the offense.
yeah.
I took pride in that. And I did that like my whole college career, along with playing receiver. So it's like, man, do the dirty stuff, man. That's gonna get you on the map. Whether you're trying to break through the mold on high school, college, even professional, guys will tell you like, I'm trying to be on special teams. I'm trying to do whatever I can to get on the field and make an impact. So,
Nah, great point. Especially if you wasn't drafted going into the league, people died to try to get on special teams just to try to make a roster. So
yep.
yeah, that's a great one. Do the dirty work for sure. I like that. I ain't got much to end you with tonight. My key point would be like just the fundamentals, man. Don't know what the fundamentals are. Know what your task is at hand. Like we were just talking about earlier, like with the break
Yep.
points. Why would you, be violent, dropping your hips and stuff like that? It's the reason why. And the reason why is
Mm-hmm.
you can be, more explosive coming out them cuts to create separation so you can get the ball right. So it's
Yep.
just know your craft. Really know your craft. And like I said, if not, you got people if you're in the Middle Tennessee area that can help you with that. So
Yep.
that's it, man. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
There you have it.
Yeah, this is a good one. So
Yeah.
we'll keep at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay
Got
tuned. Yeah. Like I said, like we'll keep uploading these to the page to YouTube. So definitely tap into that.
yes,
Um,
sir.
and we'll be back next week. So definitely, drop your questions, send us DMs, what you want to hear us talk about, and we'll definitely try to hit on that and kind of keep this thing rolling. So,
All right.
yep. But all right, my guy.
Love, man. I'm gonna hit you. Love.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Peace.